Hello everyone, Sheffy back at you again, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison video of all the headphones that I own, which is 5 pairs. I've done a lot of unboxing or talking about these headphones and stuff, um, and you probably won't have to hear much more because I think I found the set that I really enjoy. I might upgrade to a higher quality version of them later on, but as of right now, I'm happy with them. So, let's go ahead and just start this. Uh, to begin with, I'm judging these on comfort. Uh, what else did I say? Comfort. Um, Whether or not you can hear it outside of the headphones, and like soundproofing and stuff. And then also how they sound, obviously. As a quick control, I'm using just some regular old headphones that you put in your ear. These are ear candy. I can't remember any of the models of these, honestly. I just know the name, brand, and the price. I think these are like $20 headphones, roughly. Uh, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And if there's any extras that come with the headphones, like this has a microphone, so if you want to call somebody, you can while you're on the run or whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in here. So everybody's for or probably have seen these before. Um, just like the cheapest of the cheap headphones that you can get. And they're great for going on runs, and these especially stay in your ears very well. Uh, as far as soundproofing goes, you put them in your ear whenever you're playing the music. It does a pretty good job of keeping all the sound out, and because these are put in your ear with the little rubber stoppers, they keep sound out pretty well. Not exactly perfect, but they work okay. Um, as far as soundproofing goes, I'd probably give it about a 4 out of 10. Um, as far as sound goes, playing music and stuff, everything sounds extremely flat compared to the other headphones that I'm going to be using or talking about. And whenever I say that, I mean like all the notes of any of the songs that you're listening to. And by the way, the song that I used as reference is Xanadu by, I think that's how you pronounce it, Xanadu or something like that, by Rush. Just because there's a lot of different sounds. There's like bird chirping, drum solos, and bass, and all kinds of awesome stuff, including vocals. So there's just a lot of different noises and different sounds and different notes and lows and highs and stuff. So these were extremely flat. They did the job pretty much. If you're wanting to go on a run and you don't want to, take expensive headphones out with you, these are your best bet, obviously. But as far as just at home listening to music, um, they're not exactly the highest quality. So yeah, going to go ahead to the next one. Also, kind of convenience thing. I mean, they wrap up and put in your pocket, so that's a plus. So out of the whole thing, sound wise, I'd give it a 3. Uh, Soundproofing, I'd give it a 4. So yeah, the next ones, I'm gonna go to the very next ones that I bought, which these are actually my wife's. But anyways, here's some Razer. What are they called? Not Naga. Razer Cthulhu Kraken something. I can't remember. It looked like Cthulhu on the box. But anyways, these are a very well-known brand of computer gaming stuff. So right off the bat, these aren't made for phone calls or anything like that, but it does have a microphone built in, just like the last pair. Well, not like the last pair, because the other one was on the cable. But yeah, and the cable isn't extremely long, but it did come with an adapter that lets you plug it into the computer, and it did extend it a lot. I don't know why my stuff just went out of focus, but yeah. Comfort wise, for me personally, tightness is a very big deal for me because my head's bigger than normal people's heads, I guess. And this does a pretty good job of not being too tight. The only thing that I do have to complain about is I guess my ears are kind of big, and the ear cups are, I can't really get it where you can see it very well. There we go. They're pretty small, and I don't have huge ears. They're probably like medium sized ears, I guess. And they my ears land probably around like right here somewhere. And for the first 30 minutes or so, it's not that big of a problem because these are extremely squishy. uh, Squishy. So that's a very good thing. But as far as long term, whenever I say long term, I mean like an hour or more um, play or listening to music or whatever. They do get very uncomfortable and extremely hot because of all the padding that they have, and that's a problem with any of these next ones coming up. But this one is the worst culprit. So as comfort goes, I'd probably give it a 5.6 or 5.5 or a 6, somewhere around there. Um, as far as soundproofing goes, and while you're listening to it, it's pretty good. I mean, I can still kind of hear outside noises. Whenever I say outside noises, I mean my child and my dog and stuff like that, which, that's really loud. But as far as soundproofing goes, they're pretty good. I'd probably give it a 7. And then as far as outward soundproofing, I was playing it all on the loudest setting that you could have it on, just extreme measures and stuff like that. And because of this grading, it does let the sound out quite a bit. And also, these are probably the loudest or second loudest headphones out of all of them. And which is kind of a good thing if you just like listening to blaring loud music as loud as you can have it. But at the same time, it kind of muds down the noise. It's hard to explain it without you actually listening to it, but it kind of makes the noises muddy. These are very good for what they're made for, which is video games and for light listening to music. These run for about $75 somewhere on there, maybe cheaper now. This was prices of about a year or two ago. But anyways, like I said, it makes the noises, like the bass was extremely muddied up. The guitar and the vocals were okay, but the bass was very muddy. So yeah, so that's the Razer. I can't remember the name of them, but anyways, you can find them on the Razer store for $75, $60, $50 somewhere on there. So as far as audio goes, I'd probably give it a 6. No, I'd probably give it a 5 because of how muddy it does make the noises in the music. But the good thing is they do fold up. I think practically all the ones that I have now fold up. But yeah, they do fold up, and they do have the built-in microphone, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna lay these off to the side somewhere. I'll set it right up here. There you go. The next ones I'm gonna do. Actually, I should have went oldest from newest. So these would have been the oldest ones I have so far. So these are the Titanfall Turtle Beach, close to $200 headphones that I have, which I kind of regret buying these, but I don't at the same time because they are pretty good. So first thing you can see is they do turn sideways, so you can hang them on a wall or whatever, and it kind of stays out of the way compared to the other ones. The other thing is this is also very squishy, and it's made out of this like mesh material, so it keeps your ears a little bit cooler, and the ear cups are a lot wider. They actually fit my whole ear in it, so that is a big plus. It does make your ears hotter with them in there like that, but your ears don't get squished to the side of your head, and whenever you have glasses, that's a big problem because the cartilage right there really gets hurt after a while, I guess you could say. These are extremely tight on your head, so if you don't want them falling off, these probably won't fall off unless you're like headbanging or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna just hold them just like this. This does have a microphone. I don't have it attached right now, which is a good thing. It does come out, which is a good thing and a bad thing because you can lose it. But it's good because you don't have to worry about it being in your face all the time like some headphones. Again, these are extremely tight. The padding up there is not the best. I would say it's a little bit better than the Razer one, but not much. It gets condensed and just kind of stays there. So yeah, that's not exactly the best. So comfort wise, I'd probably give it a 4. Yeah, I would say a 4, 4.5, somewhere around there. Audio, it's probably the same loudness as the other headphones. And again, it has these like vents, so some of the noise leaks out. It's not as bad as the Razer. So as far as soundproofing goes, inwards, I'd probably give it a 6. Outwards, I'd probably give it a 5, somewhere on there. Um, as far as the audio itself goes, it was very crisp and very clean. Compared to the Noggis, the freaking Razers. Um, yeah, you could distinguish the bass very, very well compared to the other instruments, and you could hear a lot of the vocals highs and lows and stuff like that. Um, so I'd probably give this a 8 for audio. They were very, very good. So yeah. Um, Again, the cable is kind of short, relatively short, compared to the other ones. Uh, Comfort wise, I think I already said that. I'd probably give it a 4 or so. These are probably for a long time use a lot less comfortable than the in-ear headphones actually, because they get so tight on your head. Like even the ear cups start collapsing a little bit. So yeah, keep that in mind if you buy these. I mean, they're not unbearable, but for sometimes I'll be on the computer doing whatever, doing videos and stuff for like 2 hours, and it starts hurting after a while. But they're very good to listen to. All right, the next ones are some skull candies again. These are, what are they called? I think they had the brand on here. Nope, don't have the brand on here. Something bass. These are probably the most disappointing headphones that I have. So they were probably around $100. And the special things that they have on them is, one, they have this cable that has a microphone on it, which I have it on backwards actually, but it has this microphone on it, which whenever I'm buying listening headphones and I did not know that it had that, I don't want a microphone on it because I don't want to be distracted by phone calls or anything like that whenever I'm listening to music. Now, one good thing is I can remove that cable and get a different cable and put it on there if I wanted to. So that's good. 2, it has a bass booster on it, I guess you could call it. It's a little toggle switch thing, which I thought I was going to like, but I ended up hating. And I'll get into that in a second. And well, never mind. I guess I'll get into it right now because there's no more little special things. So the bass boost, really, it just irritated my ears because the whole gimmick of it was bass that you can feel, and you felt it, and it just rattled your ear and just it tickled more than anything, which is very annoying for any prolonged listening. Especially whenever you're listening to something with a lot of bass, like Rush uses a lot of bass, Metallica uses a lot of bass drums and stuff. Any kind of dubstep obviously has a lot of bass, but yeah. Also, another thing is, it takes a AA battery and it goes through them. Even if you're not using them, it uses the battery. So yeah, I didn't like that. So that's all the gimmicky stuff. Now, on to comfort. So these cups, they're leather cups, kind of like the last ones that I showed, but they're like a really cheap leather. So they get really hot and really sweaty. The cups are like a medium-sized cup, so my ears, let me put them back on, let me make sure. My ears fit in them pretty well. So that's not an issue. This stuff up here, it's like a rubberized material. I guess it literally is rubber, I guess. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has this problem, but one, it pulls my hair. So I sound like a sissy saying that, but it pulls the crap out of my hair whenever I slide it on and not set it on my head. 2, if I listen to it for more than an hour, sometimes I'll like scratch my head or whatever, and I can feel like a hump on my head from the stupid thing. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's like these 2 points are sitting down and then it has like a gap right there. So I feel like, I don't know, it's like an indent. Like if you sit on a couch or something too long, or if you sleep with your hand on your face for too long or whatever, and you have that kind of thing going, it's like that. And that's extremely uncomfortable. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention these things. So far, all of these have the same kind of uh, little mechanism to make them open and close, and I'll get into why that's important later. Another reason this is awkward is because these things are extremely flimsy feeling. I don't know, like whenever I pick it up, it just like I don't know, the whole headphone feels flimsy. Um, so yeah, comfort, I'd give it like a 2 or a 3. The other things are more comfortable than this by a long shot. The in-ear headphones. Um, yeah, audio wise, these are probably the quietest headphones that I have. Uh, which I like listening to music semi loud, not extremely loud, but moderately loud. And these, whenever I first plug them in, and for some reason it hates my phone. It will not work on my phone for some reason. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So yeah, I don't know why. It just doesn't. It works on every other thing that I have. All my other headphones that I have work on my phone perfectly fine. It's just these. But anyways, they do fold up, by the way. The only ones that don't are the Titanfall ones. I don't know why, but they don't. Anyways, so audio, as far as that goes, the bass thing is terrible. They're extremely quiet. Uh, outward, soundproofing is good. Let me put it back on real quick. Inward is okay. It's probably the most lacking of them all. But outward is better than the other two. You can't really hear the leaking as much. But inwards, you can still hear stuff whenever you have them on. Like if my daughter comes in here, I can still hear her talking to me and stuff. So yeah, these are probably the worst headphones that I own, but I'll rate them anyways. Comfort, probably a 2 or 3. Audio wise, if the bass thing is on, I'd give it probably a 4 just because it irritates my ears. It makes the bass sound good, don't get me wrong, but nothing a bass boost on your phone wouldn't do to, except without the irritating feeling on your ears. But without that on, it's decent. I mean, they play a little bit better than the Razers. It's in between the Razers and the other one. So I'd probably give these. I can't remember what I give the Razers, but I'd probably give these solid 6.5 out of 10 as far as audio goes without the bass boost on. So enough nagging about these. Don't spend $90 on these. It's not worth it. The next ones are a lot better and a little bit cheaper. So let me set these off to the side. Now the next one, you've probably seen a lot of YouTubers use these. Probably not these specific ones. They probably can afford a lot better ones. But yeah. And I'll probably do a more in-depth review of these because I just bought these yesterday, so I haven't really got to play around with them too much. But they're a Audio-Tech or Audio-Techna. There we go. Headphones. You've probably seen that symbol a lot. So far, for the money, I'm not going to say they're the best as far as loudness goes, but for the money, they are the best headphones that I have so far. You can tell they are made for audio and not gaming and not for other stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into this. As far as soundproofing goes, outward, I'd have to give it probably around a 6 or 7. Probably a 7. Because I close them up like this and I'd probably give it an 8 actually. I close them up like this and you could not hear a thing. I don't know how that relates to being on my head, but you could not hear a thing. I'll put them on. I just about cannot hear anything whenever I put them on. So the soundproofing is, I'd probably give it another 8 as far as soundproofing goes. Very good as far as not being able to hear anything and not being able to hear people. I mean, not being able to, other people not being able to hear you. There you go. Now I know, some headphones you do want to be able to have it open backed like the other ones kind of, and it makes the audio sound better in some ways. But as far as I go, I like just kind of being private with my music and stuff. So yeah, very good audio proofing. Um, as far as comfort goes, again, I haven't been able to wear these for like hours on end, but I would say these are extremely comfortable. I can tell you they're already pretty hot, but that's just because of the leather and yeah. So all these headphones, aside from the in-ear ones, are hot. But as far as comfort goes, um, they're not too tight, they're not too loose, they're in the middle. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10 as far as comfort goes. Um, just because they don't squeeze my head. The ear cups are just right for my ears. I'll show you that real quick. They're about the same size as the what are they called? Titanfall ones. So yeah, it's very comfortable. One thing that they do is they do completely fold up like that, which is helpful. It does come with a little bag that you can put it in, but yeah. Anyways, as far as listening wise, again, I haven't been able to listen to them solid for hours on end. And I can't give any of these a true judgment because for some reason I got sick the other week and it gave me an ear infection. I don't know why. So I'm almost deaf in this ear. But anyways, as far as audio goes, they're not the loudest. The other two are a lot louder. The Razer and the other one, what is it called? The Titanfall. They were a heck of a lot louder. But because of the soundproofing and stuff, these don't need to be extremely loud, in my opinion. But I was able to hear a lot of the detail in the songs, like a lot of the bass details a lot better. A lot of the highs a lot better. A lot of the drums a lot better. So as far as audio goes, I'm not gonna give it a perfect 10 or anything like that. I'd probably give it an 8, because the audio was just so crisp and you're able to hear all of the little noises. Again, these are made specifically for music. They weren't made for being able to talk to people like with the microphone one, and they weren't made for video games like the other two were. So these are specifically made for music. The other ones did very well for the job that they were meant to do. So going back to these, this is another thing that that I enjoy or really like about these is it's a metal slide, and it's not like the other ones where they click. So you have like a set length of where it goes down. It's hard to describe it because it clicks and it's like click click, and then it opens up that much. I'll kind of show you with these. So it clicks and I don't know, it has like a specific measurement, a couple of centimeters. This one you can set to exactly where you want it without it having to like slip or anything like that. And they're very solid. Even though they're moving around a lot, like they move up and down a lot, these feel extremely solid. Doesn't feel like it's gonna move whenever I set them down or anything like that. One thing that does annoy me is they do flip up awful easy and they get all messed up and into itself. One thing that people probably would like is being able to have them like on your neck and have them pointing outwards or whatever. I don't understand it, but yeah. It does that extremely easy, which is a small irritant, but it does kind of get on my nerves sometimes whenever I just want to put them on and they're like flipped like that or something. Again, I'll probably do a good review of these whenever I actually break them in and listen to them for a while. Another thing is the cable for this is extremely thick. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but just comparing it to this and then this, the cables are extremely thick. So yeah, and these do come with an adapter that allow you to, if you want to listen to, I don't have it in here with me, but if you want to listen to, I guess, record players, or like I play guitar, so if I wanted to play guitar with headphones on, I could do that. So that's another thing that's really good about them. But as far as all my headphones go and price wise, These, as far as my actual bigger headphones go, these are the cheapest. I think they were $65. I think you can get them on Amazon for 50 or something like that. But at Guitar Center they were 50, 55, 65, I think. 65, I think. But I also got a 2-year warranty, so I bumped it up to $80, something like that. But anyways, they have different versions of this. I think this was the 30 or the 40, I can't remember, model. But they have different models. If I ever buy any more headphones, I'll probably get the upgraded version of this. And yeah, those were $100 and something. But yeah, if I ever decide to upgrade, I probably will not get another pair of ear candy, whatever. So yeah, trying to think of something else. But yeah, these, if you want to get into the headphone game and it's not for gaming or anything, the other prices were like $35, so that is extremely low price for a good pair of headphones. So yeah, I recommend these. Again, I'll do a proper review after I listen to them for at least 3 hours, not straight, but 3 hours altogether, and then I'll tell you how I feel about them. So, until next time, stay beautiful, stay sexy, and stay chefy. I love you guys, and have a good night.